FedEx pilots are fed up with drawn-out contract negotiations, even as the FedEx Corporation continues to thrive. Now, the pilot group, which is represented by the Airline Pilots Association International, took to the streets in Memphis for a picket outside the FedEx executive offices. ABC 24's Shakina Davis is at FedEx headquarters with more on what the pilots had to say.
That's right. Pilots lined both sides of the street right here in front of the FedEx headquarters. They held up signs that express exactly how they feel about the company, and many showed just how frustrated they've become. Hundreds of FedEx pilots gathered Tuesday lining the streets outside corporate headquarters in Memphis. They say they're picketing because they're frustrated. FedEx Master Executive Council Chair Jose Nieves says this is the second picket under his leadership.
We have not made any progress. That's why we're so frustrated.
From signs that read "Fed Up" to messages about their failed promises, pilots are voicing their concerns over the negotiations that have been drawn out for 4 years. Nieves says this is a direct message not just to FedEx leadership, but to investors, customers, and the Memphis community.
We are fed up with the lack of clarity from the company, and we also fed up that the companies actually undervalue the sacrifices that our pilots are putting forward.
Pilots started bargaining in May 2021 to update what they call an outdated 2015 contract.
They're undervaluing employees that have been here for over 30 years, but they don't have a voice because they don't have organized labor. But we do. Since
negotiations began, Nieves says they haven't hired new pilots and many have retired.
We're in stagnation.
Nieves says they're in mediated negotiations with the National Mediation Board. But after 4 years, patience is wearing thin.
We are concentrating in the same pillars of what our pilots actually are telling us that they need. And that is job protection, job security, quality of life, and retirement.
Nieves hopes FedEx management brings a deal the pilots can fully support. But if that doesn't happen,
then we will continue under the RLA process, which is a lengthy process, but we continue and we will exercise our rights under the law.
He says it all depends on how quickly the company is willing to act.
We live under the purple promise, which was people, service, profits. The company is concentrated on profits. We're concentrated on people. They need to bring people back to be number one on that mathematical equation that they created that made FedEx the sensation that is today.
Nieves says the future is still uncertain. The pilot group is continuing to push for transparency and a fair deal in the contract negotiations. In Memphis, I'm Shakina Davis, ABC 24 News.